As a compassionate society, we're supposed to be preventing suicide.
Also, the debate over legalizing doctor-assisted suicide heats up here in Western New York.
Plus, they call it the Hollywood of the North. Celebrities around in Toronto tonight for the Toronto International Film Festival, and we're live.
We begin, though, with breaking news out of Grand Island tonight. New York State Police say a woman has died after her car went out of control on the 190 South at Staley Road and ended up in a backyard. Now, police say it appears to be some type of medical issue that caused the woman to lose control. Right now, collision reconstruction units are on the scene. The identity of the woman has not been released.
The Niagara County Sheriff's Office is asking for your help in locating this missing teen. This story has already been shared more than 1,000 times on our Facebook page. 13-year-old Marissa McGarry was last seen around 11 last night, leaving her home on River Road in the town of Wheatfield. She was wearing stretch pants, a button-down shirt, high-top sneakers, and was carrying a backpack. If you have any information regarding her whereabouts, you are asked to call the Niagara County Sheriff's Office.
It has been nearly 2 years since a 29-year-old woman made national headlines for deciding to die. Brittany Menard was diagnosed with terminal brain cancer on New Year's Day of 2014, and she was told she had only 6 months to live. She then became the face of the Right to Die movement when she moved from her home in California to Oregon, a state where it is legal for terminally ill patients to obtain medication to end their own lives. Menard said it was important to be allowed to die with dignity.
I refuse to subject myself and my family to purposeless, prolonged pain and suffering at the hands of an incurable disease.
Brittany died November 1st, 2014, surrounded by her family and friends, but her story sparked debates across the country of whether terminally ill patients should be able to choose when and how they die. Now, state lawmakers here in New York are considering the Medical Aid in Dying Act. And tonight, the Catholic Diocese of Buffalo held a forum to address why the Catholic Church is against physician-assisted suicide. 7 Eyewitness News reporter Paulo Suro was there and brings us both sides of this controversial issue.
It turns medical doctors from healers into killers. They're assisting in someone's suicide.
Physician-assisted suicide, currently legal in 5 states. New York could be next. This is why dozens attended a forum held by the Catholic Diocese of Buffalo Thursday night, expressing their views on why this could be a problem.
We as church feel that especially in this year of mercy, we're supposed to accompany people who are suffering, not to offer them a lethal dose of drugs and say, hey, you can go kill yourself.
The New York State Assembly Health Committee approved a bill earlier this year that could legalize doctor-assisted suicide. Suicide is considered a mortal sin under Catholic doctrine.
This law does not even remotely take into account the disabled, the elderly without health care, the folks that don't have loving family members.
Former New York State Attorney General Dennis Vacco argued these points when he appeared in front of the U.S. Supreme Court in 1997. To this day, he stands his ground.
The Supreme Court rejected the notion that there's a constitutionally protected right to physician-assisted suicide.
But nationwide campaign Compassion and Choices argues having more options when it comes to someone's final days is more important.
I've talked to too many people, and particularly people of faith, who sit by the bedside and hear a loved one say, please help me die.
Corinne Carey says the more New Yorkers talk about this, the more support there is for the proposed law.
This provides an option for people. We have a tremendous amount of support among people of faith in New York. In fact, polling shows that 74.8% of Catholics actually believe that this should be an option for.
Carey says the legislature adjourned soon after the bill was approved by the New York Assembly Health Committee and will be reintroduced in January. Live in the newsroom, Paulo Suro, 7 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Paula.